So I guess technically good morning, barely. My name is NJ Lloyd and I am an advisor with the College of Liberal and Fine Arts. I also advise for general studies, and so that's what I'm going to discuss with you all today is my experience advising with general studies. I usually keep my slideshows pretty simple, pretty clean, so. But basically I'm going to talk to you all about general studies advising before and after SSC. Smartboard, we're not friends right now, it's fine. So prior to SSC, spring 2016 through fall 2016, the average number of general studies graduates equaled 8. So that's for 3 graduation periods. We had approximately 8 students each period graduate. The number of general studies students who received advising is unknown due to the lack of a system that can record those numbers. I have no idea how many of them were advised, how they were advised. And I really took over general studies advising at the end of fall 2016 when it moved from the College of Business to the College of Liberal and Fine Arts. So it was just kind of dropped into my lap. But after SSC, so spring 2017 through spring 2018, the average number of general studies graduates equals 21. That's nearly 3 times as many graduates as we had seen prior to SSC being used. Throughout spring 2018, the number of general studies students advised in person or by email equals 86. So I advised 86 out of 97 general studies students for the Stephenville campus. So that's 88.66% of the general studies students received advisement this semester. For spring 2018, assuming that they all successfully complete their current courses, and my course substitutions stick, because I just received the final graduation audits, 33 of our general studies students are set to graduate, and that is 34% of Stephenville students. So, and basically, just to really drive home what it looks like, here's my nifty little chart for y'all. So, just the visual here, we had 987 and then it increased to 18. It nearly doubled after SSC. The thing with general studies students is that they are typically non-traditional students, and so wrangling them in is like trying to wrangle toddlers, right? I would say cats, but my cats are much easier to control. So my niece, on the other hand, is not, so that's kind of where my comparison is. But since they are so varied, since they are such non-traditional students, or they're students who just say, look, I just gotta go. Like, I'm out, I'm done, I'm over it. Trying to keep up with them prior to SSC was really difficult. So, and I would have to pull lists off of Text and Facts or DegreeWorks or whatever system I could find, and I would have to compare and contrast them because they don't always match up. So, but now I can just look in SSC, search for them, pull them up, and it's super easy. So, my messages to them are short, sweet, you know, hey, if you want to graduate, you're going to have to get advised this semester. Because I had a lot of students who I took over their advising, and they had just been doing whatever they wanted, like a Wild West or something. So now we've kind of got that under control. I'll have a few occasionally who are like, but I really want to take this lower level course. Well, you really don't need it. So you're totally wasting your time right now, and you're going to also put back your graduation date. So, but that's really what I've been doing with SSC. Y'all have any questions? Super. Good deal.
I have a general question, it's not necessarily. At what point do y'all put students in EAB? Is it after they register?
So, for instance, for the summertime, for orientation, the students are put into EAB when they are pre-registered into courses, or at least one course. Then you can see all of their student data, transcripts, all of that, and their test scores. And after they have at least one course in EAB, then you can have access to everything else. So
So is it automatic after they're in that course they're in, or is that physically inputted?
it has a rollover every night. And so,
And if they're graduates, you have to be careful because they'll disappear.
yes.
Click add inactive, like Jordan over there, he's my graduate worker. I have to click on add inactive so I can see his stuff.
I will
even though
say,
he's active.
one of the things that I like to use is the midterm grades. It pops up, but I don't have to get into Duck Tracks and look. And so I can either, you know, a lot of times I'll ask them, the first thing I'll ask them is, how are you doing in your classes, right? And then they'll give me some line and I'll pull up their midterm grades and I'll say, well, you're actually getting a D in this class. Are you sure about that? I don't know what to tell you at that point, but you have a D in this class. So do you think you're going to pass it? Are you going to change what you were doing currently to pass that class? If not, I suggest you drop it now while the dropping's good. So,
Those real talk conversations too, I just wanted to add, a lot of times I'll let them know, so by the way, in the student success office, your dean can see this as well, and so can such and such, and then their eyes go, in case they're, you know, in danger of not being successful, it kind of helps for them to know that.
yes, and my dean in particular she's like a hawk. So,
Yes, your dean is.
so, which is really great for those of us advising under her. I mean, because I've seen her call out students in the dining hall. Hey, you missed your appointment. So, but yeah, I guess that's it for my experience. It's, you know, I mean, I use it by regular advising too, but I definitely use it more for general studies than I do anything else. So
Do the students appreciate being contacted for stuff like that, just as a reminder, I mean, do they?
they do. Well, definitely my general studies students do. My freshmen, it's a different story sometimes. Sometimes I'll get comments like, do I really have to register now? Well, yes,
What
because
classes?
we're about to have, you know, 9 new student registration dates. 2 of those are during when you can register, so I suggest you hop on that. But no, I mean, it's, my general studies students definitely appreciate it the most because I've had students who didn't realize they could graduate and just decided, I don't feel like taking classes anymore. And actually one of them, he was one of y'all's psychology, so. And he didn't realize he could graduate, so I just sent out folks who were super close to graduating or could graduate without even having to take any more classes. I sent them out an email and said, hey, you know you can get a degree. No, I just need you to apply for graduation. That's literally all you have to do at this point. So, but no, it's definitely easier to advise the general studies students versus the regular population. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Since I am in the grant building, I do assist the faculty a lot with their advising. And so I also assist them with using the SOC platform. Because they'll just hop in and ask random questions. And so, thank you so much.